everyone, it's Pam from Stylecrafts by Pam, and I have a small haul for you guys from scrapbookpal.com. If you haven't checked them out already, definitely go ahead. I will leave the link in the description box below. This is where I get all of my Lawn Fawn products, and as you guys know, there have been a lot of products being released by Lawn Fawn lately. I don't know if they do it like every quarter or season, but it's just, there's always something cute and new coming out. So in order to make it possible for me to purchase these things, because I do have a small crafting budget, I am only able to purchase from small companies like scrapbookpal.com that basically sells those products for about 20% off the retail price. Not only that, but by only spending $25 you get free shipping. So you can't beat that. So I just wanted to show the few things that I got, as well as some cards that I created using the products that I bought. So starting off, this is from my first haul, and this is a mix of their different releases. So this is their newest release for winter. So this is Toboggan Together, and this has the little reindeer and the penguins, snowballs. It says Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. You can say to a deer to go along with the deer friend, or to a cool to go along with the penguin friend. I also got the dies for this. So this is the second set that I bought. This is the Ready Set Snow, and this is the Snow Globe set. So you have these two sentiments that you can add to the bottom, Merry Christmas and Ready Set Snow. There's a little village, there's some snow, snowflakes, trees, Santa and his reindeer, and then you've got your snowman. And there's also a little, I guess a snow hill that you can use. And with this one, they have come out with two sets of dies, and I did get both. So this one is the die that's going to cut out all the little pieces. And this is the additional die that allows you to create a shaker card from this stamp set, because naturally the snow globe is a shaker. So I had to get both of those, and I will show you a card that has a shaker and how I used it. I also finally got the Sweet Smiles stamp set from Lawn Fawn that has the gumballs with all the little smiles, and I got the die to go along with it. And then I wasn't sure at first if I wanted this one with the fish, because I'm not a big fish fan, but recently my husband and I have kind of jazzed up the fish tank we have, and actually the other day we noticed that there was 3 babies in the fish tank, so I'm kind of excited about that. But I'm glad I did get this. I've been able to make a few cute cards from this set, and I'm actually excited to make a little bit more. And then I also got the die set to go with that. So that was one order that I did. And these are the cards that I created. So this first card, I used the Toboggan Together, and I made little snow drifts at the bottom. I used an older paper pack for the background. I used last year's Snow Day paper pack, and I used it for both this snowy background and this lined border, and this right here. I used the sentiment from the set. I added some red Winkostella for the sleigh and the hat, and then some white Winkostella on the other parts of the hat. I had this little embellishment mixed in with my rhinestones, and then I just attached a little string as if it's kind of like on his neck like a leash. And what I had done is I watched, I think it was Jennifer McGuire's video and a card that she created, and she recommended this snow marker. And basically how it works is it kind of comes out like whiteout, if you've ever used a whiteout marker. And you let it completely dry, and then you take your heat tool and go over it, and then it actually creates a puffed up texture. So it gives it this realistic snow look. So I have some snow flakes here, and then I have it down my snow drifts. And I also added on top of it the white wing Castell and the clear wing Castell to give it some sparkle, because you know when the snow first falls, it's kind of sparkly before anyone touches it. So I thought that was that would be a nice touch to that. So that is one card that I created. The other card I created using the Toboggan together is a shaker card. So for this one is actually a snow globe. So I used the Ready Set Snow stamp set with the Toboggan together, and I put the little penguins inside. I colored them, as well as my reindeer, and actually every card I've done, I've colored them all with my zig markers. So if you've seen my review about them, I use them like Copics. I haven't quite gotten the hang of Copics, but for right now I'm using my watercolor markers, and they work to me just as well, if not better, but obviously I'm still new to it. But anyway, so I used a little snowdrift, and I've got the little snowball pile behind the penguin and the other penguins holding one, and I've got this sentiment popped up, and I put two little black embellishments and some wing Castell on there. I printed out this banner from my Cricut. I think it was in one of the Close to My Heart cartridges. If I remember correctly, it's the Artistry cartridge, and it was a banner, so I printed that out. And for the paper, I also used that from the Snow Day pack. So inside I put some white glitter, and then some of this tinsel type glitter, but it does fall to the bottom, most of it. Some of it sticks, and then you can shake it around. And if you've watched my other video about the easy way to make shaker cards, the idea that I got from another YouTube channel, I'll leave a link below. But basically I used the Close to My Heart flip flaps for this as well. And I still used the foam tape to prop it up. So one trick that I did with this, so that the glitter would not get stuck on the penguins, is I used a little Close to My Heart flip flap sleeve. I filled it with the glitter, I closed it up, I cut it to fit the shape around the snow globe, and I actually put that on top of my scene. So that way the shaker is completely separate, and it's not going to get stuck in the penguins, behind the snow, or any the snowballs, or any of that stuff. Lastly, I added some bling around. This is also part of my haul. I forgot about this. This is the new red sparkle hemp cord from Lawn Fawn. So I tied that into a bow to finish that card off. So that's another card that I created. The next one that I created is this, what do you call it? Gumball machine card. So I obviously used the Sweet Smiles stamp set, and I colored it in again with the zig markers. I added the red wing Castell to the red parts. And for the paper, this is the Thistle color from Close to My Heart, but this is like a paper from some paper pad, I'm not sure, but it was a paper pad that I had, and I thought it would go perfect with the vibrant colors of gumballs. So I did that. The Have a Ball sentiment is from this, and then the It's Your Birthday, I got that from another stamp set. I don't recall what it was, but I know I had looked through all my stamps to find It's Your Birthday, because I thought that sentiment would go great with Have a Ball. So I did eventually find one. I was surprised I actually had it. I thought I was going to have to make it, but I did have it. So nothing too special about this one. I just think it was nice and bright and colorful. Alright, so the next cards that I created are from the Fintastic Friends stamp set. And both of these are shaker cards. So again, I used the flip flaps. And in this case, for my shaker part, I used tiny seed beads because I do jewelry making as well. So I have a bunch of seed beads. And for that reason, because they are thicker than glitter or sequins, they don't move around as much in the flip flap because there's not that space, that foam in between the layers of plastic to give it space for the beads to move around. So I mean, it still works out though. I didn't put very many because I didn't need very many. I used the same technique with putting the flip flap over top of my scene so that the beads didn't get stuck behind any of my die cuts. And I put clear ones in here to kind of represent the bubbles that you see in a fish tank. So you can kind of get that idea from this. And then the paper set, like again, it was just some paper set that I had hanging around. I got the Thank You from the stamp set, and then I used glossy accents to make the bubbles a little bit three-dimensional. I had some Wink of Stella down here just to top it off. And then a technique I used down here, I actually did it to cover something up, but it worked out because I cut out this little piece, this bottom piece of the fish tank, and I put it on top of the plastic because essentially when you have your fish tank, the rest of it's glass. The bottom part of it is not glass. So by putting this on top at the bottom, it makes it look a little bit more realistic because it's not clear and shiny along with the glass. So I did that to fix something, and then I think it actually worked out in the end. And then the last card that I have to share is this Best Fishes. So again, this is a shaker card, and I used some seed beads. And this idea I actually got from my husband. When I had showed him this card, he told me, you know, it'd be kind of cool if you had the little food container and you had food or a hand dropping the food into the fish tank. So because I had some extra fish that I'd colored with my zig markers but I hadn't used them, I decided that would be a great way to kind of bring his idea to life and use up more of the pieces that I'd colored. So what I'd done is the same thing as I did the flip flap on top of the whole entire tank, and because the entire tank is usually glass, because it's not even a tank, it's a fish bowl, glass bowl, so usually the whole thing is glass, even the bottom, so I didn't worry about covering up the bottom part. So I covered up that entire part. I put a few of these little brown seed beads in here, and I have the fish looking up like he's looking up to get the food. And these are actually stuck. Like, they're not, I mean, some of them are moving, but not very much. Like this one right here is stuck, but I think it actually works perfect because it's from the fallen, like it looks like it fell and it's on its way down. So it's kind of like an action shot with the food. I glued these to the can. I kind of left a little extra space, cut the top off, and then I just kind of glued them so that they look like they're falling into the fish tank. That is my last card share. Now, for the rest of my haul, I did a separate purchase. I got the Happy Harvest one along with the die set, and I actually have a really cute idea. I did want to turn it into a shaker card because I have this idea of having like falling leaves as the shaker part. So I had these in my stash. I'm not sure where I got them, but I thought I had different color leaves and it turns out I didn't. So I went to Michael's today and I found this. So this was $2.99. They had a coupon for 50% off, so I got it for $1.50. So this has different color leaves, different size leaves, and so forth. So this is exactly what I was looking for. I also picked up the holiday party animal. So after making this card with the snowdrifts, if you look closely, you can see that there's a couple of pieces of paper attached to each other. Well, what that actually is the snowdrift here that cut out of white paper with a few of them attached to each other. And once I had to do that, I wished I'd had the stitched Hillside borders dies. So, of course, I had to go ahead and get those because I thought it would have worked a lot better or been a lot easier at least. I mean, I think it's still cute, but it would have been a little bit easier to get the idea I had in mind out by using these. So I went ahead and got that. I also got the ocean wave borders. I could do something nice with the ocean water and making waves and the fish that are included in the stamp set. So that is why I got that. I also got it because I have the otter stamp from Lawn Fawn. I haven't used it because I want to use it on water like I've seen most people do. I know it's not very creative because other people have done it just like that, but I want to try it out. I haven't even used a stamp, so I wanted to be able to make my waves with this and be able to use my otter stamp finally. I decided not to go all out on all the paper that I wanted. I kept it down to just 2. So this one, I guess, was in their summer release. So this is the Beachside paper. And I just love the colors in this. I love that there's different patterns. I love that they're small patterns. So these are great for card making. I especially love the star ones. And then the ones that are multicolored. So there's 2 of each sheet in there. And I also got the Let's Bokeh in the Snow. And, small story, when I got my box, there was one part of the box that was bent, and because of that, when I opened up the package, the edges of this paper were also bent. So, what I done is I emailed scrapbookpal.com immediately, let them know, show them the pictures, and they let me know that they're sending out a new pad for free. So, they're not even making me send this back, they're just sending out a new one. So that's good customer service. I mean, not only do they have great prices, and if something's out of stock, you can sign up to be notified when something comes back in stock, but they also have great customer service. If something is damaged, they'll replace it for you. So I'm really appreciative of that. I hate when companies make you go out of your way to go send something back so that you can get the new product or get a replacement. But anyway, so I got this because I have plenty of winter stamps to work with, so I wanted to get these because they remind me of Christmas and the snow, especially ones with the dots. I love that there's stars in there, so yeah, I had to get that. Alright, so that's basically it. If you have any questions, leave them below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.